Happy Tuesday, Pi Day 314-314-23. PI Day. It's also PIE Day. It's a good day to get a piece of the crypto pie. What's that mean? Well, it's a finite asset. You can get a crypto. If you get crypto, the solid cryptos, there's only so much to go around. There's a finite supply of pie. There's a fixed pie there. You just can't bake more pies like the Federal Reserve does, like the banks do. Well, the banks, this is what's happening to the banks. Apologize for my hair. I got to keep an eye on this. Yeah, that's getting a little crazy. Well, good thing it's blown away from the house. Should be moist enough out there to where nothing's going to catch fire. If it does, you'll have a front row seat. Just like watching SVB Bank and all the other banks. You know, the thing with the banks is that they're engineered to fail. They want to paint this as a one-off. That must be the, I don't want to say what it is. Oh yeah, it's sizzling now. It's going now, baby. We're on fire. We're burning it all down. So yeah, the banks are basically engineered to fail. Every bank. It's not just this one bank and they say, we've got it contained, everything's fine. Got to get the president out there for one bank. Then another one fails, then another one fails, and another one bites the dust. And that's what's going to happen, because in this system, once you understand how it works, once you understand it's a debt-based system, once you understand that it's a fractional reserve system, they have a fraction of the reserves that they need. So every bank doesn't have the cash. So you used to be able to take money, treasury notes, or gold-backed notes, silver certificates, those kind of things into the bank, and you could get, you know, an ounce of gold back or an ounce of silver back, that monetary value of that metal back. You could exchange it. So the money supply was backed by the metal. Well, not so much anymore. In fact, not only is it not backed by metal or anything, it is not even there. So the bills that you put in, those Federal Reserve notes that you put in, the bank doesn't even hold those. Because when in fractional reserve banking, if you go put $1,000 in, they can loan out up to 9,000 more. And anymore, I don't even know if there's any reserve requirement. But that's how money gets created. And the problem with that is, if everybody wants to go take their money out of the bank, the cash isn't there. So even though they say they're gonna backstop it, oh, we've got this, all your assets are safe, it's all good, you can't go get it out in cash because they don't have the cash available. So it really doesn't matter what they say. They're just gonna digitally handle it on the ledger. But if you want to take the cash out, it's not there. And that's the same with every bank, every single bank, since it's a fractional reserve banking system. There can be a run on any bank right now because they don't hold 100% of the assets, or I should say the cash. They don't have the cash. So if you want cash, the thing that works, see these mortgage-backed securities. Well, we've got more mortgage-backed securities. We've got treasuries. Okay, well, can I go buy food with it? No, but you can with cash. Problem is, they don't have the cash to give you, even though they say they've got that amount in the bank. They don't have it in the bank, and that's the problem. We can have a bank run any day, any bank, just because of the way it's set up. So I'm gonna see if I can see this fire a little bit. Did it go out? Oh, we're safe. See, nothing to worry about. Crypto market went up. Bitcoin 26,000. Litecoin almost 90 bucks. They're back down again. Everything's fine. You know, the contagion's over. No problem. Nothing to worry about. What it does show, however, is if there is a real contagion where people are desperate to get their cash out of the bank and they can't get it, look how crypto reacted. Now, some may say that, well, it reacted because, you know, there's going to be more stimulus. They're creating more money. Okay, well, it looks like they're going to continue to create more money to bail these things out. So good for crypto. If the banks go under and there's no cash and there's no method of payment, good for crypto, because you can use the crypto because it runs on a network outside of the bank. Runs on its own network, decentralized network. Litecoin runs on its own network of computers that run the same code. They all agree. They've been processing transactions for over 11 years nonstop. Nothing can stop you from sending value anywhere in the world. Now, let me give you a little example. You know, over the weekend, you know, Friday, we saw this thing with the bank out in SVB. I can't ever remember what it stands for. What is it? The Silicon Valley Bank. All right. So, see, they're going under. Everybody's trying to get their money out. Can't get the money out. Oh, crap. government's going to come in. Well, over the weekend on Friday morning or during the day, and then Friday evening, I made 2 purchases of Litecoin. And to spread my risk out a little bit, because that's the problem, you know, when you give your money over, are you going to get the coins? Only if you go to an ATM. So what I did, because I've done it before, I bought some off PayPal, bought some Litecoin, and I bought some Litecoin off of Coinbase, because I've done both of those before, and you can transfer it off. So what I did is made 2 purchases. The PayPal purchase showed up over the weekend because I purchased it with my bank account, took it out of my checking, ACH transfer, had it all set up. Because I'd done it before. It's been a long time, but I did it before. So I purchased it on PayPal that way, and it showed up where it took it out of the bank account. I saw it on the weekend. However, I still do not have access to that Litecoin. It says I have it in my PayPal account. Now I can sell it on PayPal. I can pay with goods on PayPal, because there's an option to do that now where actually you can pay with Litecoin for, I don't know if it's everybody, but you can do that. I was just reading it. So there's that. I can sell it, of course, and I could sell it now and I'd be up. I'd make money, you know, I'd make profit. It's not my goal here. I want the Litecoin. So I'm a long-term thinker here. When this thing crashes, it's going to be, you know, invaluable. So I want it in my possession. So I can't transfer it off yet, though. Shows it's available, shows how much there is. They've taken the money out of my bank account. I see that. It's gone. I still can't transfer it out of PayPal. Okay. I don't know if there's a 3-day period. Anyway, I'm testing it out. It's been a while, like I said. I'll guinea pig it for y'all. Coinbase, different story. They have yet to take it out of my bank account. You know, the money that, you know, I purchased it, the Litecoin with. The Litecoin shows it's there, but it's not available for withdrawal. Now, since it went up so much since I bought it, beyond what I paid for it in the dollar value, say it went up 50 bucks. All right, so it's worth 50 bucks more, that Litecoin. It allowed me to take out that extra $50. So what did I do? I'm like skimming little Litecoins out, you know, as it went up, and I took that out. So I got a little bit out that way, but the full amount is still not available to transfer out. Now I can sell it on their platform. The thing is, I want the Litecoin. I don't want to be trading back and forth and selling it for garbage dollars, and that's not why I'm in the game. So a little experiment, kind of interesting. Purchased both on a Friday. It was after banking hours, of course, so, you know, there's that delay, and it just shows you the old system, how inefficient it is. They say it's digital, but you can't transfer it digitally. Now, if I transfer Litecoin, if I transfer DigiByte, I mean, it's immediate. It's there. If I want to pay somebody and transfer it, it transfers. I'm not sitting here waiting. Okay, oh, let's look after midnight. Did it update? No, it gets done. And that's why, as the realization occurs that the banking system really doesn't have the funds, the banking system's not efficient, even though it's digital and you've got an app, I mean, you should be able to transfer it out, right? Well, not necessarily. And I think more and more people are going to start to find that out, because essentially all banks are insolvent because they're not backed by anything. They're backed by assets. That's what got SVB in trouble. I mean, they were buying long-term treasuries at low interest rates. Well, then the Fed starts raising rates, and they're like, wait a minute, we're not making a yield on this stuff, and we got to pay yield, and I mean, we're basically, you know, we got a cash crunch. And so they were kind of stuck, and people realized that. And as soon as people realize they want to take their money out of the bank, game over for any bank. I don't care who it is, JP Morgan, all the banks. It's over because they do not have the cash reserves. You can't go to the ATM. You can't make cash withdrawals in the amount that they say they hold. So what you think you have in there, it isn't in there. It's locked up in all these other things that are illiquid. So when there's a liquidity crunch, you're going to want things that are liquid. So what did I do today? Got my income tax refund, you know, showed up in my bank account. Boom, go to the ATM, take out cash. Have it in your possession, because if things lock up and you can't transfer, even though the cash is, you know, we know it's going to burn just like this stuff. It's just, you know, they're going to print more. They're going to create more and more of it and devalue the money like they have through inflation. At least if things freeze up, people will still take cash. You'll be able to say, hey, you know, I'll give you that for cash. Problem is, though, in a lot of places like gas stations, grocery stores, if they're not working and transferring funds electronically, they can't take the cash. I used this example before. My wife and sister, you know, before Christmas, sister-in-law, before Christmas went to a restaurant. Their payment systems were down. They could not take cards. So they were asked, hey, how are you going to pay? And they said cash. Card. And they're like, oh, we can only take cash right now. Card system doesn't work. They couldn't take payment. So it was cash or bust. So they gave them the meal for free. And that's the kind of situation that we're in. So this system is based a lot on banking and credit cards. They don't fully clear for 180 days, so you can have chargebacks if you're a vendor, you know, the merchant. You can lose that money. You know, you thought you sold it for goods. Customer says, oh, it was a fraudulent charge. I didn't mean to make that. Somebody else made it. And the credit card companies will charge it back. So it doesn't clear. So it's very inefficient. Blockchain is efficient. These cryptocurrencies are efficient. They get it done, and it doesn't care because the network, it doesn't care. It's like handing cash over. It's gone. So when you make a payment, you made a payment. Merchant knows, hey, I received the payment. I'm good. And as more people realize this, that's where crypto hits the home run. That's why crypto was invented. And you're seeing it right now with the existing system starting to unwind. You're starting to see why crypto was invented, why Bitcoin came into being, why these cryptocurrencies that are money, sound money like Litecoin, why they are going to succeed and propel us into the future, because it is the future of money. Now, a thing I was thinking about, here we go. Much better. Burned off all the oil. I don't know how I got any oil on it, but what I was thinking about is what's happening is that you've got people are worried about their bank. And so what they're doing is transferring money into the big banks like JP Morgan, Bank of America, the too big to fail banks, because they think, you know, it's probably not going to fail. Those are going to get bailed out. So if I've got my money in there, the government can't let them fail. However, my local bank, you know, which is where I should have my money to keep it local, and the loans, you know, as long as they're making loans locally and supporting the ecosystem, those are the banks where people are probably getting worried and saying, oh man, my bank's not too big to fail. Maybe I should put my money in one of these bigger institutions. That's like the worst thing you can do, but you're forced to do it because, yeah, I mean, there is a point to that. There are too big to fail banks that will not be allowed to go under. If they do, the whole thing's over. Whole system's over. And if they do that, then you better have crypto, you better have gold, silver, you better have everything you need. So if that plays out to where more and more people put their money in these big institutions, you're centralizing the savings, you're centralizing people's money again. And I mean, I can just so see it because with Signature Bank, they were shut down as a big crypto lending bank or gateway bank, and they were shut down. Barney Frank, I said yesterday on the board, I think he was a former senator, said that we didn't need to be shut down. This is just a hit on crypto. We were liquid. But the government came in and shut them down and locked them up. And what I've seen more and more is the government's going after exchanges. And at some point, they're probably going to gateway your access to crypto and make it very difficult to get it. And you'll probably have to go with the authorized banks, you know, probably your too big to fail banks. So if all the little guys get put out of business and there's only a few banks remaining, and those are your gateway banks into crypto, the authorized, regulated banks, that centralizes things a whole lot. And what if they say, you know what, your funds in here, we're just going to convert it to CBDCs, or in fact convert it to CBDCs and say it's voluntary, you can do this, give you incentives, whatever, or maybe not give you an incentive. Maybe they'll at some point say, the government will say, we're regulating crypto and you can only buy it with a CBDC. You know, I thought about that. That may be something they do if they gateway it and wall it around to where you can't buy crypto through any means other than authorized gateways. And the way you have to do it is with a CBDC. So that's one way to take those dollars out of circulation and force you into the CBDC. Hey, you know, we'll give you one CBDC for every 80 cents you bring in. Or, you know, you bring in $1, we'll give you $1.10 or $1.20 in CBDCs and incentivize you to do that. Or make it so that if you're going to buy crypto, you got to use the CBDC. So you're going to have to, you know, convert your funds to that CBDC. Just thinking out loud. Just, you know, all these things. I'm thinking centralization and how it all comes together. They've got think tanks for this. They've got unlimited money, and they've already put all this together. They know what they're going to do. They've got multiple plans how they want to roll this out to get to a single point. But the single point they want to get to is complete centralization, complete control. They want you in a central bank digital currency so that it can be completely controlled. Completely controlled. And if they crash enough banks, they'll say, you know what? We got all your funds. They're all safe, but we're converting them to this new platform, which is safe and secure, and we'll never have these issues again. I mean, if you think about it, they could just expand the currency, the CBDCs immediately, just very simply, just boom, you know, just create more. It's like airdrops. They can do whatever they want, and then they completely manipulate the system. The problem is if they can increase it, they can decrease it, and they can do it in real time. Now it takes a while. The Fed raises rates, and you know, until something breaks. Now they can immediately zero in and pinpoint and target each person, each bank, each business individually. They can control all your wallets with a CBDC. It's all programmable money, and they're the programmers. So, interesting times we're living in. All this happens for a reason. Nothing happens by accident in politics. So pay attention, get your wealth in your own possession. The takeaway from this is that, again, I've used Coinbase in the past, never had a problem. They're very inconsistent, I've noticed. Sometimes in the past I've made a purchase, you know, same way I've made it now with the bank transfer, ACH transaction, I guess it would be. And Litecoin's there, boom, I can transfer it right out. Okay, this time not so much. I've heard other stories from other people. They've had good luck with Coinbase over the weekend where they bought Bitcoin and through their bank account, transferred right out. So I don't know. Don't know if anybody else is having any problems. Maybe it's particularly Litecoin. I don't know. Hard to say. But in the future, I will probably never use those platforms again. Maybe for small amounts, which I didn't buy that much. I mean, it's not like, you know, I'm putting $10,000 or anything, you know, and trying to wait on my crypto. I'd be a little more nervous then. I just put a little bit, and because I just don't have confidence in those systems. I don't trust the institutions. As institutions stop trusting institutions, that's when things really go bad. So that day is coming. But for right now, going forward, if I'm going to buy crypto, I'll probably just go to a CoinFlip ATM, honestly. I mean, I've used them in the past before. They have good discount codes, and just buy it and take possession of it. Yeah, there's a premium to it. All ATMs have, you know, pretty heavy premiums. But I think that's what I would do in the future. That way I know I can put the cash in and I'm done, you know. So you can go to your bank, go to the ATM, get the cash, go to the crypto ATM, put that dirty fiat in and get sound money for the digital age out, and you walk away with it on your phone in your own possession. That's the important thing, because you don't want to be waiting around for it. You know, it's aggravating. You know, it's nerve-wracking because, you know, do I like the fact that, you know, I've got crypto sitting out there that I paid for that I can't withdraw? Yeah, it's only been a few days, and I get how the banks work. They're slow. They don't clear things quickly, but I don't like it. I want it in my possession. I want to take it now, and to pay maybe a 10% premium or something, I'm willing to do it in the future. So it is what it is. It's just my experience, and big things are coming. They're happening. Happy Pi Day, unlimited, you know, Pi, infinity. That's what fiat money is, infinity money. Crypto, a limited Pi. PIE, get a slice of that pie. You don't want the other kind of pie. You know, that's the infinity system, the vampire casino, unlimited funds, the PI, 3.14, and how many digits to the right side? Right side. So happy Pi Day. Tomorrow's the Ides of March. Beware the Ides of March, and we'll just see how that goes. So take possession of your wealth. Get it into your own possession. Get it, get it, get it. Don't wait. Don't think I'm going to do it tomorrow. Get it now. And see, I thought, well, I'm going to do it Friday. Still haven't gotten it. So find ways to get it and get it right away. Take possession immediately. All right. Love you all. Hope you have a wonderful Tuesday, and beware the Ides of March tomorrow. All right. Thanks for watching. Trust yourselves.